A very good colleague of mine called me in 2018 and said to me, "Sam, I've got a fantastic opportunity for you in Kent." I said, where was this? He said, "Dartford." And because we're looking at, as a business, looking out for opportunities outside London, and when he mentioned to me Dartford, I thought this was a very, very good opportunity for us as a business to kind of put ourselves into the Kent market. And as soon as I sent across the building, it was a former Dartford Magistrate Court and Police Station. And I saw this as a unique building because
it has jail cells, and the building is 10,000 square feet, a hubble-gobble of building sections, mezzanine floors, extensions added over the years, different levels in the building, very old brickwork type of space. Instead of taking away from that, we are actually building into it, keeping a lot of the aesthetics of the building.
But then as I walked through the site and started, I had a set of drawings with me and a set of images, I was able to then get excited and was blown away about the sheer space and what we was actually about to do there.
I'm privileged to know about the regeneration of Dartford. I've been involved in a lot I've bought and sold deals in Dartford, and I thought this would be a very good way for us to create something unique in Dartford. The vision of the year is building a world-class facility where businesses can thrive. Something where as a business owner, as an entrepreneur, either having an SME business, whatever business you're doing, you have a place where all the support you need, you can have it in-house.
In coming up with the concept for the space, we knew off the bat that we wanted to keep the aesthetic of the building. We want people to know that they're in an old police station. We want people to know that some of their offices may be prison cells or are prison cells. We're maintaining a lot of the structure and fiber of the building. We have exposed pipes, we have old dated radiators, which will not be working, but just for aesthetics, just for the beauty aspect of it. We will be reusing a lot of the old heavy doors, prison doors, as part of our decor. The whole building has a feel and vibe to it. It's also partially listed, so there's some features we cannot change that feeds into the design space. The old fireplaces, the window style. So the building is going to have a really rustic, nice, old, contemporary feel to it, while some of the ceilings will be brand new, the flooring brand new, the walls are like 50 years old. And then when we moved to site, work started, it was exciting, but with every little step we took, we met a challenge there. For instance, one of the biggest ones, you can see the wall behind me, it's a brick wall. That wall was originally painted, and our plan was just to go in, skim it down a bit and repaint. We didn't realize this brick wall was behind, but when we went in, a lot of the walls were peeling, it was old, it was wet, there was mold, there was all kinds of things going on, and our builder said, well, he didn't budget for this, and the cost to, replaster, redo, whatever, the cost was ridiculous, six-figure costing. And so we just came up with the idea, just take it all off, what's behind it? And then we discovered this beautiful brick wall behind the walls. And that's how, if you come into the building now, you would see a lot of our walls are brick walls. But we didn't plan it, to be honest. It was more about, we met a challenge and, okay, this costs too much, what can we do? We're actually really happy to have discovered these beautiful walls behind us, and it's brought a lot of character into the building.
So one of the challenges that I faced as a project director on this role was essentially managing all of the stakeholders, with, of course, coronavirus being at the forefront of everything going on. Dealing with those specific challenges, such as getting planning permission for our beautiful new extension entrance, that was a challenge. A lot of things were stop and start, which actually put a big strain on the overall program.
When is the conservatory going? The conservatory?
Well, we've got to wait for planning approval to get that going before. So the conditions have gone in, which they need to be happy with, and then we'll start breaking the ground in order to do. We don't want to do that just yet because we want to wait for them to say yes, because we have some risks where they can come to site and say, actually, this is not what we approved, take it down. So we're holding off until we get that information from them. The lift will be coming in. It's a long lead item, so it has been ordered. There's about 12 weeks for the delivery of the lift. Then the installation will take another at least two weeks.
Well, I think obviously what we're trying to create here, obviously it's not just going to be co-working private office space to just earn a profit. What we're trying to do is actually give back to the local community, businesses that are trying to grow, and it's needed even more now rather than obviously before COVID, because obviously businesses have massively been impacted by it. So that's exciting. And also the beauty of the building. It's awesome. I love the quirks and I love the way that we're going to have different feeling spaces and stuff, and it isn't going to be a generic business centre.
There are a few things we're still waiting on from Council, Dartford Council. We submitted for some non-material amendments and then some major ones. In. All the walls have been boarded up here, ceiling has been done. This is huge progress. The last time I was on site, the ceilings were exposed, so that's good to see. This ceiling, very low ceilings in this place. We had to make it even slightly more lower because we put in new ceilings. So this is what it was before, very thin, a little higher. But because of all the electricals and cables we're running, we've had to bring the ceiling even lower down here. So, and this is the cafe. There used to be a huge hole there. It's been boarded up, which is good progress. Ceilings have gone in here as well. The walls will be plastered soon enough. And the cafe counter is going to run on this side. It was on this side before, but now it's on this side. And there's going to be a table there and banquet seating, I think. Or might have changed that already. And tables here, just good to see progress.
So we also have a disabled link as well. Throughout the project, we had a lot of stakeholders visiting the site. Thinking back about some of them, I remember my pastor, who's my spiritual father. It's trained me so much in faith, and even where I am as a business person. And seeing that I could come to site to see the dream unfolding, that was something joyful for me to see. And his word of advice, his encouragement were very, very important throughout the course of us developing the site. We had the blessings of the High Commission of Nigeria. That was something so great to have him come visit with his wife, to have them endorsing this project. One of the key things he said was,
well, it is remarkable and worth celebrating. All we can say is keep it up, don't relax, and you will reach heights.
We also had our investors. That was remarkable, seeing the investors seeing what their money was doing. We also had the Black Business Award that was nominated for as an entrepreneur. It was good to see. That was a celebration for us, for them to come to the site to see part of why I was nominated for that award as well. That was really a good one. We also had the former mayor who was in charge of businesses, the cabinet member in charge of business in Dartford. We had some of the police officers that used to work in here coming to site, and they were shocked at the transformation of this space. And they even mentioned how it was so terrible while they were working in-house, but they were shocked to see the amazing transformation. And another highlight for me was seeing my beautiful wife and my kids coming to site, seeing what I've been working on for months. That's taken me, that's given me sleepless nights, and just the encouragement and seeing the dreams becoming a reality, and also even having my mom come to site as well was something remarkable as well. And having friends and family and everyone that's been part of the project, the members of the team that's built this with us, everyone is that. I just can't mention so many names of people that have had so much impact on this project.
Okay, currently I'm standing where the conservatory is going to be. We've started putting up the steelwork. We've finished with the foundation. This has taken us a little longer than we hoped for because it rained straight for 2 weeks, so we had to pause the build project. But the rains have stopped and we have started building again, and in the next 2 to 3 weeks or so, this place should be ready. We're really excited to see this because this is the last main part of the build, which we have been waiting months to build. So here we are now at the very end. Can't wait. As you can see, the steel beams and frames are in place. We finished with the foundation work. We're still waiting for quite a number of components to come in. We're going to have a ramp there and a disabled lift access up to that point, and we're going to have a whole decking that's going to be raised to the height of that step level over there to meet with the reception height. So it's not going to be this tall. The floor is actually going to be much higher, somewhere around my knees, I reckon, from this point. We're also still expecting the glass work to come in because the top and the sides are going to be covered in glass. There's still quite a ways to go. It looks way more behind than it really is. That's how construction is. It always looks like nothing is happening until everything happens all at once, and we're at that point right now. A lot has changed in this room. The ceiling has been painted, the electricals have gone in, our industrial look, rusticy look is coming well together. The light fixtures are in. I'm so excited about that. The cafe units are going in, tea-point units are going in. Cupboards, look at these handles, they're so nice. But yeah, everything we need to set this space up is here right now. Behind me is a co-working space. Come on. Careful, don't step on the carpet. With newly laid copper tiles. They look lovely, they're clean, so we're not going to step on them. This space is pretty much finished for the most part. We just need to finish up with the windows, finish up with the AC unit. They're cleaning it. It's going to be painted the same color as the ceiling so it can blend in a little better. We have the lovely old radiators that we met in the building, and these radiators are like 50 years old or something, and we painted them black. They're not really working, but they're there for decoration and they look really lovely. Same thing with the gauge on the wall. These are bits and pieces we found in the building, in the boiler system, in the basements, and we're just using them as decorative items all over the place. But yeah, this is going to be filled with desks, for fixed desks, for co-working desks, and the light fixtures are also in. Yeah, pretty much this space is done, really.
For me, I think the reason why a lot of people are so excited about the Hill Hub is because it's a project that has never been done before. This is the first Black-owned existing co-working space in the whole of the UK. This is groundbreaking. So for other people, they're excited to see this literally come to life and to see where we're going to go with the Hill Hub.
So what you can expect when you come into the Hill Hub Dartford. First of all, you'll be greeted by an amazing entrance with a lot of natural light. You can then find yourself being directed to various spaces. One of the amazing spaces that we have is a conference room where you can take training events, hold a board meeting, and then find yourself maybe taking a quick coffee over in the cafe. And as you go upstairs, you'll be greeted by a number of offices, whether it's private office spaces or co-working spaces. And here you can either work alone or actually work with others, which is great. And here, of course, let's not forget the tea point where I'm standing right now. And here you can take a break, have a coffee, and these are one of the many things I love about Dartford, the Hill Hub.
What I really love about this building is what's on the inside is nothing like what's on the outside. On the outside, it looks like a proper British brick building. When you walk into our building, it's fresh, it's new, it's modern, and then you go into nooks and crannies and you find a lot of the old features still built in, still in use, like the fireplaces are there, the old radiators are there, you know, the structure, the brick walls are there, and you can tell they're old, it's not new brick. So you have that mix of the new and the old really combined elegantly and so well, and the colors are so calming, such a nice fresh place to work. You come in and you just feel comfortable. Even if I've come in here several times, almost every day for the past 12 months, it's always so refreshing coming in. The lighting is expertly done, a mix of white lights and yellow lights and mood lights, just make you really feel comfortable when you come in. You come in, you get to your desk, it's beautiful furniture, it's comfortable furniture. I think we, blew this out of the park. This was really, really an amazing project to work on.
A lot of people are sick and tired from working from home. A lot of people have started businesses from home, so they're looking for a place, a space where they can come together and venture out with like-minded people, professionals that can sort of help and direct them in the position that they want to be going. So I think that's exactly what I'm going to be posting out. Overall, for me, my proudest moment has been being a part of this process, where I was able to market, where I was able to showcase exactly what the Hill Hub is going to be and what it is in the future is literally my proudest moment. Yeah.
Coming back to this place and being able to walk from Dartford was a big one for me. Coming into the prison cell, and I could take a space in there for hours, and I sat down walking for days, for a week, and I was able to use the facility. Was something really, really, really big for me. Seeing that a dream, because this was a dream. I remember my colleague Lara coming into this place, and it was just a dream, and seeing that this then end up becoming a reality within a short space of time as well. And even in pandemic, I think that's a major highlight for me.
Patience. I say that because obviously in a pandemic, I can't expect certain things to happen or get responses immediately. So it's really important that I was sensitive to everything that was going on. And in terms of my professional experience, I would say this has to be one of the best projects I've definitely worked on. This has been a brilliant project to have on my portfolio and in my experience. I mean,
wow, you would be saying something you probably haven't experienced anywhere in the UK. The facility, the support system we're having, the BDP, the mentorship program, the training, the incubator, the funding we're going to make available for businesses to try, especially after the lockdown, post-COVID-19. There's so many interesting things that anyone working in-house will be glad to be here. The cafe, so many interesting things that we have in-house that you probably wouldn't get in any facility like this.
We are building an ecosystem in here where everyone knows everyone. Our dream is that, if I have an office in here, my accountant is 2 doors down, my HR manager is downstairs, my digital marketer is in one of the sales spaces, my website developer and manager is somewhere across, where we can all work together as a community, growing one another. We have our business development program, which we've established here, and we'll be launching our enterprise hub shortly after our launch. That hub has been established to incubate businesses over a course of 12 to 18 months. We're looking for unicorns. We're looking for businesses that have the potential to grow into really large companies, to scale, to go international. We really want to pour into our community and make sure that people and businesses are able to leave legacies. We want businesses that sit in this office, that occupy space here to, in 100 years, be in the 100-year club. We really honestly put in all our energy into making sure that everyone that walks through this door, everyone that leases a space here, has the opportunity and all the resources they need to grow and thrive. And that's why the Hill Hub needs to be here.
The Legacy Center. For many leaders, I find it hard to understand why we do a lot and we don't have to think of passing on to the next generation. As a business, we believe in legacy. We believe we're meant to give back to generation after. And for us, we've decided to see that the Hill Hub will be a legacy center.
This is the most